If you want a quick and easy guide to using your Rode Wireless Go Pros, then this is the video for you. I'm going to cover step by step exactly what you need to do when you get your Wireless Go Pros and how to set them up for your very first shoot. So if you'd like, grab your Wireless Go Pros and follow along. First, we're going to check to make sure that we're on the latest firmware so that we're taking advantage of all the features. To do this, we first have to download and open the Rode Central app. You can do this simply by Googling Rode Central app or clicking the link in the description box below. Now, with the app open on your computer or Mac, simply connect the charging case with the provided USB-C cable. You should see some red arrows next to the devices that need updating. Simply click that and select Update All. With that done, now we're going to start to change some settings. On the receivers, you have the option to select between split and merged audio. Split is great when you're going to be using both transmitters for different speakers so that you can edit them independently in post. However, if you're going to use one transmitter, I would recommend setting this to merged. This will record the same audio track to both the left and the right channel, meaning you don't have to do anything in post. That's exactly what I'm doing here in this video. Next, we're going to change the gain assist setting. For most people, you actually just want to set this to auto. This is best for environments that are very varied, like shooting outdoors or being in a noisy room. If you are in a controlled environment like a studio setting like I am now, then maybe dynamic may be better for you. The difference between auto and dynamic is simple. Auto will try to keep the same volume level throughout the whole recording regardless of the sound that's coming in, while dynamic will actually preserve that variation in volume in your recording. For most people, I would just recommend sticking with auto as it works perfectly fine. The next setting I'm going to change here is the record setting. Do you want it to be always recording or only record when you hit the button? I personally allow it to be only when I press the button so that I don't have unnecessarily long recordings just from simply taking the receiver out of the bag. However, this means you do run the risk of forgetting to press the record button, meaning you're not going to have that backup recording on your transmitter. So for most people, always on is probably the simpler option, meaning you won't actually lose that backup recording by accident. Just know the recording will only stop in 3 conditions. It dies, it runs out of storage, or when you plug it back into the charging case. Now we're done with all the settings, let's head on over to our camera. On your camera, you're going to open the audio settings and select the audio input to manual. Change this audio level to be as low as possible without being muted. Next, turn off any audio effects, such as wind attenuator or noise reduction. Now we can connect the receiver to the camera using the provided TRSS cable. I personally like to mount the receiver onto the hot shoe on top of my camera. Next, you're going to want to hit that like and subscribe button under this video if it's providing you some value. So corny. Alright, now let's actually go over how to use the Wireless Pros for your first video. Since these are wireless mics, you're going to have to attach them to your talent. And here you have a few options. You can use the receiver alone or use the wired lav. When you're using the receiver alone, you can simply attach it to someone's collar, shirt, tie. However, you want it just as close as you can to the person's mouth to get the best signal. If you're unable to attach it to the person's clothing, you can use the provided magnets to have a hands-free solution. Simply attach a larger magnet to the clip on the back of the transmitter. And with the smaller magnet, set it to the location where you want the transmitter to be held onto your subject underneath their clothing and simply clip that on and they'll be stuck together. I personally don't like this method because the transmitter personally is too blocky and ugly and I don't think it looks good on people. So I like to use the wired lav solution as you see me doing now. The new lavaliers come with a screw that attaches to the transmitter, allowing it to not actually fall off by accident. So you're going to want to simply screw this into the transmitter as tightly as you can so you get that secure connection. And then use the provided clip and attach the other end where the microphone is to that clip and then clip that onto your subject. Once again, get this as close as you can to the subject's mouth. I like clipping it to the collar, chest, or tie if possible. Now, make sure both the transmitter and receiver are both on and sending a signal, and you can hit record on your camera and get started. With the red light on your transmitter, you can safely record knowing that you have a backup audio locally saved on the transmitter and a very clean and crisp audio signal sent directly to your camera. If you'd like a simple tutorial on the best camera settings for shooting YouTube videos just like this, then you can check out that video here. Thank you all for watching all the way into the end. If you'd like to see an advanced guide on the Rode Wireless Pros, let me know down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao!